Hey everybody, welcome back to Mr. Monroe's Math. Today we're talking about using inequality statements and ranking things from greatest to least or least to greatest, so in some sort of an order. So we start right here. This is example 1 from lesson 10, so this is coming at you in a little bit right about now. So write the inequality statement for these shoe sizes. So sometimes you're comparing, you walk into a store and you got to see where the sizes are ranking, usually from least to greatest, depending on how you're looking at the store. So depending on your size of the shoe, you need to find where it is that you need to go. So really quick, we can determine this backwards, greatest to least. So, for me, in the back of the store, we're looking at size 13 here, but thankfully the biggest one here is 10.5. Wouldn't fit for me. So 10.5 would be the greatest of these values. It's the only double-digit number of the two. So greatest to least, first one is 10.5. What's the next largest of the two remaining? 8 or 9? We should know this one right away. It goes 9, and then it goes 8. We're not listing them, we're making inequality statements. So what are we looking for? We are looking for inequality signs of values. Greater than, greater than. What about less than? It's going the other way, and we're ranking it backwards. So this time from the least to greatest, lowest value is 8, next is 9, and then followed by 10.5. So pause here so you can catch up with that really quick. Then what we're going to do, is we're going to look at example 2. And example 2 is interpreting rainfall. And this one comes at us pretty quick. So in the rainfall here, we have 3 different months. So now we're at example 2, and we're talking May, June, and July. We have 3 columns to work with. All right, and what are we dealing with most here? So we're looking at this year. We need a title. So rainfall. So this year, what are the amounts? Last year's, we're dealing with inches. So we want to make sure we put the units at the top so we don't have to put them all the way throughout our table. And then the last one is the change. From last year. And this change is also in inches. So if we're dealing with inches, we're looking at the total rainfalls that are given to us. So at first, this year's rainfall was 2.3 inches. And then last year was 3.7. So what is the change in rainfall? So we're looking at this backwards. So 3.7, the change here, we actually got less this year compared to last year. So we're looking at a negative rainfall, negative 1.4. June we had 3.8. And then last year for June we had 3.5. So did we increase or decrease? So last year was 3.5, this year's 3.8. So we increased by 3/10. You want to make sure you have 3/10. You don't need a positive sign. Keep those not in those numbers, those values. Only use the negatives when we need to. And then lastly, we have 3.7 for this year's rainfall, where last year it was 3.2 in July. So a difference of 0.5. So now what we're looking to do is to write one inequality, to order the changes in total rainfall. So from least to greatest. So changes, greatest rainfall, from least to greatest. There's only one negative value here, and that's this one. So negative 1.4, which is less than what next value? So this is going least to greatest. Which one is less? If I have 3/10 or if I have 5/10? Well, less is 3/10, followed by 5/10. So you're going to be asked to put some of these values in order as we go forward. So you're going to complete the rest of the packet, looking to make sure that you follow those directions for that. Nice job.